Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 card review. Hit a review a card coming in the booster pack. Legacy of the Valiant coming to the OCG November 16th and coming to the TCG January 24th next year. Um, what we're looking at here is Noblswarm Belzebuth, which is a spin on the name Beelzebub. And as you can see, this is Steel Swarm Roach. He's become a constellar, and you can tell that, saying, just from the card's original name, which is Constel Swarm. They turned him into a constellar, so he's with the good guys supposedly. But yeah, so let's take a look at it. It's a light fiend exceed effect monster, rank 4, attack 1900, defense 0. Description: 2 level 4 monsters during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. If the combined number of cards in your hand and inside of the field is less than the combined number of cards in your opponent's hand inside of the field, you can detach 1 exceed material from this card. Destroy all cards on the field except this card, but any damage inflicted on to your opponent this turn becomes 0. So it's a very balanced card. Normally with cards like this, you will be able to, wipe the field clean and then attack your opponent, which I feel personally is like a cheap tactic, but it's in the game. People exploit it, whatever. But nevertheless, this card is balanced. For you to be able to wipe the field and not be able to do damage to your opponent. It's really like you have to do one or the other. And I know right off the top, people are gonna say that this card was, is garbage, but you have to understand, the cards like this need to be played more strategically. And I have a nagging suspicion that people are going to make the same mistake with this card that they made with Steel Swarm Roach. You can't just throw this card out there like you would do with some other cards and have the effect do all the work for itself. You have to know when to play this. You have to summon it at the right moment, at the right time. You can't just throw it out there and hope that you'll end up in a position right away to use the effect, and use it effectively. So gotta throw that disclaimer in there, because a lot of people say Steel Swarm Roach suck, but they never blame themselves for bringing it out at the wrong time. It has 1900 attack, 0 defense. It has the attack stats that you would associate with a regular level 4 monster. You know what I mean? So it's easy. So it can be overpowered easily. You have to outsmart your opponent with cards like this. You can't just throw it out there and hope that it'll work. But yeah. As far as using its effect, I would say, well, obviously when the odds are in your favor in the duel, and say like your opponent is down to like their last 2 cards on their field, and you just wipe the field clean of their cards, and yeah, even though you won't be able to do any damage that turn, still. But yeah, of course you can only use it when you have less cards combined on your field and in your hand than your opponent has. So again, you have to use it at the right time, at the right moment. Especially if they have like a nice back row that you feel like you can take out with this. So yeah, man. So link to this card is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you guys for the next card review. Peace.